What's going on, my friends? I hope you are well. I know it seems like I've been quiet lately, and that's okay. I've got one more video posting of Ensenada, Mexico from the cruise, and that's the last one from the cruise, which is good. I just sitting here, I'm waiting on something, and had to get a cup of coffee. I tell you, coffee, man, who would have known that gets $4 or $5 for a cup of coffee anymore? It's insane. I remember even at convenience stores is $1.52. It was like 80 cents, and you know, that wasn't that long ago. A few years ago, in fact. It's gotten out of hand, this whole coffee craze. But where I got this coffee from is I don't know if it's a chain just here in the Carolinas or Southeast, or Charles, called Scooter's Coffee. May have them where you're at. It's actually a good cup of coffee. It's a drive-through coffee place. They just built it, so I guess they have to pay for it for almost $5 for a cup of coffee. And that's large. They're extra large, probably over $5 for a cup of coffee. But mind you, these people, they make good coffee. You can't complain on that, but I digress on that deal. So anyway, I guess I want to talk about something. This will be my little public service announcement. And most people know and understand this, but you would be surprised at people that don't understand this. And we're going through this again. I swear. Same side of the car, same fender, same wheel. Now the hood's involved and everything else. And you're wondering, what the hell are you saying, Chris? Monday, we had some rain here. The rain didn't contribute to this. It was something else. I was up in Sumter, South Carolina, going through an intersection, two highways. I'm in the left lane, brand new Nissan SUV in the right lane. We're in a red, the light turns green, we're going off. Boom! Everything just, holy cow. Car ran the light, crushed his SUV. He bounced off of me, spun across the intersection. It stuns you, man. You got a 2,000 or 3,000 pound car. It just stuns you from it. You have to steer and make sure you're okay. And just kind of, you don't even know if you're hurt. It's hard to tell sometimes. And the guys at Toyota, when I was getting my oil change the other day, Tuesday, I'm amazed there's not more damage on this car. It should have been. That's how well these Toyotas are made. They'll have to replace the hood, the bumper, the fender. I don't know about this fender, but there is some stuff shoved up against it. There may be some bending or damage. There's a nick where they probably opened the hood when they changed my oil on this side. They're going to have to fix. The wheels got to replace, and Toyota examined and said the strut and the components to the wheel hub have got to be replaced. There's bending. So I'm trying to be very adamant to make sure that is done along with my wheel. The car's out of line, you can tell, and I can tell when it's driving and I'm hearing a rattle when I'm on the interstate under the car towards the rear. Something's going on there. I don't know what that is, but I'm okay. I just was like, this Toyota SOS is incredible, guys. If you have a chance to get that technology in your car, do it. They were on it. As soon as 911 picked up, apparently these SOS things and all these, they're connected to 911, where when 911 comes up and they know it's them, they like everything about me is on the screen. They know my coordinates, where I'm at. They know whether my airbags went off. And the question is, should we send medical? I just said send them because I don't know. There's 2 other cars involved and it's not good. And when they got there, and then all of a sudden 911 and SOS still having conversations and asking me, and she's trying to call my brother because he's in emergency contact. And I'm like, ma'am, just please hang up. I'll try to text him or something. And I didn't even realize most of the stuff I text my brother, It was like, my brother kind of all, well, you made it bigger than it was. I said, Al, it's just, it stuns you, I didn't realize half the stuff I was texting him, but I just wanted him to know, here's what's going on, here's where I'm at, just in case. Because I had a paramedic and a fireman trying to pull me out the car and a stretcher. I said, stop for a second, please. I just got to make sure I'm okay. I don't want to go through all this if I don't have to. He goes, it's okay. We're here. I said, it's okay. Tend to those other guys, make sure they're okay, and I'll let you know. I mean, I don't feel anything. I can kind of feel a little soreness down my legs because I have a bad back, but airbags never went off. He hit the front corner of my bumper. Crash sensor went off, obviously. But my arm here is sore because I figured out that it slammed me into the door here. And that whole jolt, you don't realize it. You're okay, but you're sore because you just had a 2,000 pound car hit you. Boom. And if that guy would have hit me directly, T-boned me, I wouldn't be driving this car right now. I would have probably been hurt. If all these airbags would have gone off, it would have been crazy. But apparently what happened was the 87-year-old man driving the car They seem to think, according to the trooper, that he had something medically happen. The guy never hit his brakes. So I've been cautiously, and I will tell you, if you don't realize this, when you're at a stoplight, wait about 3 or 4 seconds before you go. Who cares what people think behind you? It's got me paranoid where I'm looking and, you know, but I couldn't see it. And even the guy that got hit directly and bounced off of me, he said, I didn't know what happened. The poor man, he's a lot older than me. He was going to a physical therapy appointment from recent surgery he had, and he was okay. He said, Chris, I'm okay. I mean, I thank you for checking on me. And the insurance adjuster said he's banged up a little bit, you know, sore like you, but he's okay, you know. Now, I don't know where the blessing was in this, because had I not been to his left, it would have shoved him into a steel light pole right there in the intersection. Probably could have hurt him and killed him on that deal. All of his curtain airbags and everything went off. So, I mean, brand new Nissan SUV. And the insurance adjuster said that's a total loss. But what I want to talk about, most of you know this, but if you're not aware of this, you need to understand about what contract of carriage means in insurance. I talked about this in the insurance video about way back. Go watch that, about self-build RVs. And since then, amazingly, there's a company now called Ronely that will insure your self-build. It's so cool. There's just a couple of things that, you know, you need to have a bed in there and some power, and you need to have things going, certain things. They'll tell you it's not hard. You got it in there anyway. So, you know, it's just one of those things. But I digress on that. What I want to talk about under contract of carriage is simply this. The old man that hit us had state minimum insurance. She said he's not able to talk right now. He's in the hospital. They had to rush him up to Columbia. It was critical, but I guess he's going to make it, I hope. I hate for somebody to go through that. I hope he's going to be okay. I don't think the man was malicious in any way. He was having seizures on the way to the hospital. They seemed to think he had a seizure at the wheel of the car and blacked out, because he kept saying, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, you know. I saw him wheel him in the ambulance. He was sitting up in the stretcher. He wasn't talking, but he was alive, but he's not well. But she said, I've got to clear up something about his coverage, but he's got state minimum, and I don't think it's going to cover everything. I want you guys to understand that just because you have insurance and you get the cheapest insurance policy known, man, does not mean they're going to pay for everything. Let me repeat that again. Just because you have liability or insurance or something and you get the minimum coverage doesn't mean they're going to pay for everything. There's a contract of carriage. If you look at your insurance policy there, and I'm not trying to make y'all out like you're dumb. Most of you know this. I just want to maybe do my diligence to pass on people that might not realize this. You need to check your insurance policies. I'm required, because I do part-time with a courier service, to have the 100, 300,000, 50,000 or something. It's a very higher coverage. And I've had an insurance attorney look at my policy and say, you have good coverage, keep that, you know. Some people go better. But depending on what your state minimum is, every state is different. Please do not go state minimum on your insurance, because I'm going to tell you, this man's going to be getting letters for the rest of his life, and his family being sued from attorneys from Progressive Insurance, paying for the difference on this. In other words, I'm going to end up having an uninsured motorist. There's going to be a deductible I'm going to have to cover because his policy is not covering the damage. And so will the man in his SUV. They'll end up taking $500 off the payoff on his vehicle and his gap, or unless it's paid for. So it's going to be whatever his deductible is. It may be less than $500. Some people have a $50 deductible. They have a higher premium. They'd rather have a low deductible. I think mine's $250 or $500. I don't know. But I have higher rate, and you have to do that. Guys, don't go for your state minimum. I would go for the 100, 300,000, 50,000, so you've covered your basis, because the average wreck in most cases, there's usually about 8 to 15 grand in damage. But you're in a situation where you had 2 cars involved and you had a brand new thing, and this car's a year old. I'll bet you there's about $8,000 in damage on this car or more, because the last year when the same fender had to be replaced in the wheel, wasn't near as much damage as I have now. It was $6,000 worth of damage plus the rental car. So we're looking at $8,000 to $10,000 it's going to cost to fix this car. Then you have to replace that SUV that was probably around $30,000. You do the math. His state minimum only covered maybe $20,000. They're going to be looking for him to pay for the difference. So keep that in mind, guys. Please don't get the state minimum on your insurance. Go look at your policy. Please up it. You're going to pay a little bit extra a month, but it's a peace of mind you need. You got to think this through. Just understand about contract of carriage and how the stuff was. They may say pay up to, but doesn't mean they're going to pay you at all. It's up to within the window of carriage to pay for this item or thing specifically at hand. A lot of that goes towards your home insurance too, which is a little bit different, but there's a contract of carriage of what will be replaced with personal items in the home itself. So just wanted to talk about it. I'm okay. I was a little sore for a few days. I think I'm fine. I got people calling and check on me every day. You sure? Because it's a delayed effect. You can have a delayed effect. I'm like, I get it, and I know. The insurance companies even tell me, next few days you have any issues, go see a doctor and let us know, I'll give them that. And I guess they're required to say that, I guess, by law. But anyway, I'm well. I've got things I want to do around my house, and I'll talk about that further and what my next adventures be. Still teetering about that Alaskan cruise in June. We may do that. I was talking to my buddy Clancy and his wife. They may go. He was looking at that. They may not. I don't know. If they do, I'm definitely pulling the trigger. So I need to touch base with him and see what his take is on that. Decide whether I want to go ahead and take that cruise and get up on it. So that'll be my 50th state if I do. It'll be cool. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to want to travel this country anymore, because there's still a lot of things in this country I have not seen I would love to go see. So, but other than that, I got to get off here and go do some things, and I will keep you guys posted on things. And other than that, besides all the interesting week I've had, I'm doing well. Hope you are too. Thanks for watching. Be cool. Bye.